In 2005, in East Moline, Illinois, the local goth teenagers are often rebellious. But 17-year-old Sarah Kolb is totally angry.
What is it with these people? They drive me crazy.
She kind of looked like a thug freak, you know, real weird looking, and she tried to act like she was bad.
They dress the same, walk the same, talk the same.
You know, don't mess with me.
They need to be slaughtered like the sheep that they are. Bad.
She had to be the leader. If she wasn't the center of attention and the leader, she got you out of that group. She often thought about violence and blood and guts and that whole, you know, dark part of society.
Hey, check it out.
Her #1 follower is Corey Gregory.
Sarah had a kind of a charisma about her that the other teenagers were attracted to her. I mean, not just the boys, but the females too.
Teresa Gregory watched her son, Corey, fall under Sarah's spell.
She kind of had an emotional hold over him. I just didn't know how deep that went. He was so head over heels for this girl. He just felt that he would do anything for her. Anything that she needed or wanted, he was just there for her.
Why is anyone's guess.
The new girl in town, 16-year-old Adrienne Reynolds, is also in awe of Sarah.
I like your piercings.
Thanks.
Immediately, Sarah and Adrienne are attracted to each other, and they develop a friendship.
I like your thong.
And Adrienne really falls for Sarah. She sees in Sarah this authority figure, this girl who will love her unconditionally.
Maybe you'll find out.
She's been through a rough, rough life. She's been into several different homes. At 12 years old, she had a drug problem already. She's been promiscuous, and she's trying to better her life.
Adrienne's grandfather, Tony, gives her a home, hoping it leads to a fresh start.
When she moved up here, she didn't have a whole lot of friends or family. You know, she just wanted somebody to give a damn about her.
The three become inseparable in a triangle of sexual tension. But then, Corey commits the ultimate betrayal.
He befriends Adrienne.
Does Sarah know you're here?
Are you joking?
She scares me.
Don't worry about it. She's got an anger problem.
Are you screwing her?
I know it made Sarah mad that Corey hung out with Adrienne because he told me.
And that was the straw that broke the camel's back.
You asshole. Bitch is gonna pay for what you did.
This is 8.
Sarah Kolb becomes insanely jealous.
Go, Corey.
She makes
Skanky boy's
Adrienne's
getting a
life
guitar lift.
miserable.
Sarah, you're way overreacting.
Really? You're a two-faced little bitch.
Sarah begins to really spread vicious rumors about Adrienne. She begins to threaten Adrienne.
She had tried to get other girls at school to beat Adrienne up.
Look, it's not like we were together.
You sleaze on me, you sleaze on anything that moves. You're a dirty whore.
I think Sarah's motivation to hurt Adrienne was one of the oldest stories we know: jealousy.
You need to raise yourself.
But no one could imagine how jealous.
She wrote in there, I think it was, I'm gonna kill the bitch. So yeah, she definitely had it on her mind that she wanted to do it.
She wanted to see that life in Adrian's eyes disappear.
A teenage crush has turned into insane jealousy.
You have Adrian Reynolds, the new kid in town. You have Sarah Kolb, the leader of the pack. And you have Corey Gregory, the puppy dog that follows Sarah wherever she wants to go. And what is this? It's a perfect storm brewing of violence.
Hey, Adrian. How are you?
But naive Adrian doesn't see the danger. She still wants to be friends and is lured into a trap.
Sorry I've been a bitch. Thought we could talk.
Sarah tells her, everything's gonna be all right. Let's go out, get some lunch, talk this through.
Yeah, all right.
She didn't think about her safety. Maybe she didn't feel that she was in danger. I don't know. There's so much at play here.
In broad daylight, in the parking lot of a busy restaurant, Sarah attacks.
Sarah's yelling obscenities at Adrian, calling her a whore, calling her a bitch. Well, Adrian, she's a tough girl. She punches Sarah, punches her in the nose. Then the fight really starts getting underway. Adrian ends up down, covering herself. And Adrian's just fighting to try to survive.
Sarah's unconscious, but they haven't finished yet.
And then that's when Corey wrapped the belt around her neck.
Get your belt, Corey!
And I think that's how she died.
Nobody really knows exactly what happened. But a beautiful young girl lost her life, and my son and his friend tried to conceal that homicide.
The teenagers now have a body to get rid of.
Sarah gets an idea. Why don't we take her out to my grandpappy's farm and we'll burn her? They pour gasoline on her. They light her on fire. She doesn't burn. They pour gas again. They light her on fire. She doesn't burn. Sarah says, you know what? We need to call our friend Nate.
Hey, Nate. Yeah, it's Sarah. Got a job for you.
And Nate has always dreamed of doing something violent.
2 days later, Nate Gaudette, another goth who can't say no to Sarah, gets to work.
You guys really messed her up, yeah? Sturdy ass.
She knew he was capable of doing it. According to her, he cut up small animals, so he was the one to call to cut up Adrian's body.
Picks up Adrian's leg and he saws it off. And then he saws off her other leg. And then he saws off her arms. And then he saws her head off. And then for some strange reason, he saws her torso in half. And what do Nate and Corey then do? They walk around and they put those body parts, that 16-year-old precious girl, they put her into 2 garbage bags. And now they're gonna dispose of her.
They put half of her out in Aledo, out in the country, and then part of her in Rock Island. Their theory was they'd separate the parts, and then they couldn't find her.
What did they do afterwards? They go to a fast food restaurant and gorge themselves on cheeseburgers and French fries. That's what they do.
It may seem shocking that we have 3 kids kill a classmate, dismember them, and then go out for lunch. People will do things in a group that they would never do individually.
For 3 days, a grandfather frantically searches for his granddaughter. He turns to her friends for help, including Sarah Kolb.
Sarah she's a heck of an actor, because by the time we had called them, Adrian was already dead. We didn't know it. And they just played like, just like me and you were talking, it never bothered them at all.
Sarah may be cool and collected, but Corey's conscience is getting to him.
His dad started questioning Corey and telling him that if something's happened, he needs to tell the truth. He just broke down and said, I need to go back to the police station and I need my lawyer. I was devastated. I was absolutely devastated. My beautiful child. There's just no way to even explain how bad it hurt.
Corey Gregory's evidence incriminates all 3 teens. Nate Gaudette receives 5 years for disposing of Adrian's body. Corey Gregory pleads guilty to first-degree murder and is sentenced to 45 years.
First-degree murder is 100% of your time, so he will serve every day of 45 years.
Sarah Kolb pleads not guilty, insisting Corey is the killer. The jury doesn't agree. She is convicted of murder and sentenced to a total of 53 years.
The only thing that you could hear her say was, I felt nothing when she died. For somebody 16 years old to be that cold.
I think Sarah was a stone-cold sociopath. She ruined their lives, and she's defiant to the core.
Too bad, I'm going.
Daphne Abdella is only 15, but she scares people,
I'm going in
including her parents.
Why do you keep on doing this to yourself?
Because I'm an alcoholic. Can't you get that through your thick skull?
Don't talk to your mother like that.
Her constant verbal and physical abuse forces her father to take out a restraining order.
It's hard to say how a kid gets to that point in their life, and it's certainly hard to understand how Daphne did, but she got there.
I hate you both!
When a child hits a parent, it is a very significant predictor of future bad behavior. And in that regard, Daphne didn't let anybody down.
New York's Central Park is Daphne's favorite hangout, and where she befriends another misfit, Christopher Vasquez.
What are you doing? You're such a loser.
Well, Christopher was from the wrong side of the tracks. He lived in a 5th floor walk-up, and his parents were working class.
Christopher has his own issues. He's anxious, and prone to depression.
He was on a variety of psychotropic medications, including antidepressants and anti-anxiety medications. And he lacked experience with people his own age. So he was kind of a sheep, willing to follow anyone who was willing to lead him.
Hey, you, what school are you from? Hey, I'm talking to you. What school are you from?
Hey, you looking for trouble?
Are you talking to me?
Yeah, I said, are you looking for trouble?
Christopher is in awe of Daphne's bravado.
We are trouble.
Okay, just take it easy, all right?
Daphne and Christopher fed off each other. He was shy, she was brazen.
Hey, come on, these guys are losers.
He admired her take charge attitude and behavior. He liked the way she could tell people to screw off and just say anything she wanted. So for him, Daphne was a shining star.
Christopher is always at Daphne's side, hoping for affection.
Have you thought about what I said? What? About you being my girlfriend.
Yeah.
She teases him, flirts with him, and then rejects him. Daphne's real passion is alcohol.
Daphne found herself a member of AA at 15 years old. By that time, there was probably already significant damage done by the drugs and alcohol.
Daphne isn't from the wrong side of the tracks. Just the opposite.
They lived right across the street from the Dakota and right across the street from Central Park.
Author Stella Sands says Daphne's upmarket lifestyle meant nothing to her.
Daphne went to private schools, vacationed in very exotic lands, had everything she ever wanted. But on the inside, it seemed she was disturbed, angry, upset.
Those around her see Daphne's temper getting worse. By May 1997, she's making outrageous threats.
She says, "I'm gonna kill someone before this night is over."
She had said, "I'm gonna slice someone tonight." She was very arrogant and very haughty the whole day.
Nothing ever happens in their boring, boring lives.
But no one takes the 15-year-old seriously.
I'm gonna make something happen. I'm gonna slice someone. You ready?
She apparently was heard saying repeatedly that she was going to kill somebody today. And nobody took her seriously, I think, because I think she had ranted like that before.
I'm in.
"15-year-old Daphne Abdella's favorite haunt is Central Park.
So what you guys got to remember, this was the 60s. It wasn't like today. So
She likes to hang out there with a group of older, regular drinkers. On May 22nd, 1997, she and Christopher Vasquez have been drinking all day and well into the night.
Jim looks at him. Says, well, you know.
They cross paths with a park regular, Michael McMorrow, close to Strawberry Fields.
Here's the Jim.
Hey, who wants a beer? Hey, you want a beer? Hey, I know you. You're Irish.
Yeah, we talked about the AA meetings before.
Daphne and Christopher convince Michael to go down to the lake.
You want a beer?
Never say no.
They said, "Night is still young. Let's go and have some fun."
But it's a trap. Both teenagers are armed with knives.
Hey, Look, just take it easy, kid, okay? There's no need for this. Kid, put the knife away. Just put the knife away, okay?
Stab him!
Hey.
Daphne kicked Michael's legs out from underneath him, and that gave Christopher the opportunity to really jump on Michael and start stabbing him in very vulnerable spots.
Mr. McMorrow was stabbed so many times.
Slicing from ear to ear.
It was a really brutal, brutal crime.
His nose was almost severed. His wrist was almost severed. He had slices across his face, and he had at least 6 stab wounds to his chest and heart area. His lungs collapsed. I don't think there was a part of his body that wasn't touched.
And it's very difficult to tell if these wounds happened before death or after death.
They felt nothing for him. He was a way for Daphne to vent her rage against the world. And it was done. Time to go home.
The teenagers clean up in the basement of Daphne's apartment.
What is your emergency?
My daughter hasn't come home. She should have been home hours ago.
Upstairs, Daphne's worried father has called police. It's way past Daphne's curfew.
Daphne, are you in here?
Get out!
The officers are tipped off that Daphne and Christopher are hiding in the apartment's utility room.
Hurry up.
Is that blood?
When the police officer walked closer, he saw that there was blood in the sink. And he asked them, "What's that from?"
We fell rollerblading.
They showed their little cuts, and it didn't really raise any red flag to the police officer.
But it does for Daphne. She fears she's going to be caught. So she makes an extraordinary phone call to 911.
Operator says, "What's up?" She said, "There's a dead body in the lake." I said, "What lake?" "Central Park Lake."
When the police arrive to question her, Daphne is enjoying dinner.
And the superiors came and interviewed Daphne. And in the middle of it all, she was eating her mac and cheese, very calm.
Yep, my friend Kristen.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. He killed the guy and then gutted him. I can show you where the body is.
So she led the group over to the park, over to the gazebo, and there they found Michael floating.
I told you, there he is. I tried to help you. I tried to give you CPR.
She starts screaming nonsense about how she had tried to save Michael.
For Detective Hal Sherman, it is a case he will never forget.
I responded to about 2,300 crime scenes, and this would have to be one of the top 10 as far as gruesome is concerned.
They found 40 inches of intestines floating nearby. They found blood surrounding him.
His internal organs had been removed, and his body was stuffed with stones and garbage and just left there to float in the lake.
Neither teenager admits any guilt. they blame each other. Because of the conflicting and confusing testimonies, the only charge that will stick is manslaughter. Both Daphne Abdella and Christopher Vasquez are sentenced to 10 years, but only spend 6 years behind bars.
She didn't seem remorseful about what she had done, and I think that, to me, was the biggest slap in the face.
For Michael McMorrow's family, Strawberry Fields is a place of sorrow and loss.
She has a whole life ahead of her now. My uncle does not. It's something we have to live with, and then she continues on in her life, having not really apologized, having not really served an adequate prison sentence, in my opinion. And Michael's gone. We don't have Michael. Michael doesn't have his life to live.
Daphne has been free since 2004. She still calls New York home.
I certainly hope that Daphne got a lot of psychotherapy when she was in prison.
When a burnt-out car is found deep in the forests of Georgia, police smell something strange.
I smell some burning meat. Smell some flesh burning. And there's probably some poachers, you know, they shot a couple of deer and they're in the trunk. The sheriff pops open the trunk, looks down and says, "Those aren't deer, those are human beings."
Both of their bodies were riddled with bullets, many, many more than was necessary to kill them.
They are victims of the deadly revenge of a ruthless woman. Jessica McCord.
She's at the top of the list of the worst people I've ever prosecuted.
The first time Alan Bates kisses Jessica McCord, his life is set on a dangerous course. The easygoing boy from a good family has become her prey.
Jessica sets her sights on this guy, and that's it. That's my golden ticket for life. There's my white picket fence, my long days on the couch watching soap operas while I'm having his babies.
Jessica is soon pregnant. Alan decides to marry her. His family can't believe it.
We never imagined that he would end up with someone like that. Never.
To Alan's brothers, Kevin and Robert Bates, this looks anything but a perfect match.
It definitely feels like she was controlling from the beginning.
If you wanted me, you would have taken that phone call. What around you? Don't touch me, I said.
She definitely seemed to have, or seemed to assert, a certain control over Alan and his thoughts and what he would want to do and how he would spend his time.
As the years pass, Jessica's behavior gets worse.
Okay, y'all want to pack that up now and start your homework?
We're fine. Jessica was really the instigator of the arguments and the fights.
I said, pack the puppets away and do your homework.
Alan continually wanted to work on things. Alan was a Christian. He was dedicated to this marriage. He was dedicated to raising a good family, no matter what she did to him, it seemed.
I'll just go back to cooking the dinner like I always do, and you can sit down.
But Jessica just couldn't be happy enough.
You can go to your theater.
These aren't just mood swings. She suffers from borderline personality disorder and narcissism. Quick to anger, self-obsessed, dangerous. Jessica is the wife from hell.
A combination of somebody with borderline personality disorder and narcissistic personality disorder would be someone that would be almost impossible to be around on a daily basis. It would be the classic, it's all about me when it comes to that person.
After years of heartache and turmoil, Alan can see only one way out: divorce.
What the hell? You're not leaving.
Alan really is at his wit's end. He can't take it anymore.
Yeah? You just watch me.
You just watch me then.
She's starting to get violent. She comes at him with a butcher knife one day. And she goes to stab him, and he slams the door, and she, boing, she stabs the door instead.
Divorce is no escape. Instead, it triggers something far worse.
People with Jessica's personality disorders are not the kind of people that are going to be able to sit down with a spouse and work out the issues of a divorce or separation and child custody issues. Not at all. Nothing will make her happy. When she gets what she wants, she'll want more.
Vengeful Jessica declares war on Alan. The children are her weapons.
Jessica really begins to torment this guy with his children, using these children really as pawns in this game of chess.
Author M. William Phelps says Jessica is a master of mind games.
Visits would be planned with his children, and they wouldn't be there. He'd try to call him on a telephone. Jessica would say, you can't talk to him.
He's not coming.
Meanwhile, she turns around and tells the kids, see, he never calls you. He doesn't want to visit you.
Ain't your daddy here yet?
She's a narcissist, and she enjoyed that their life was her stage. And the players in this drama were Alan and those kids. And she had control over it all. That's one thing that Jessica loved to have, and that's control.
You said I'll be able to see the kids.
When a court gives Alan access, she ignores it.
Maybe next week?
You know.
Nothing that the court said was ever going to influence Jessica's decision to even let him see the girls.
I want to see the kids.
She went as far as to try to change their names and put them in a different school. And then when we found out where they were, then she pulled them out and homeschooled them. And it was all in a kind of a desperate attempt to hide them from him.
The court will not be defied, and Jessica is briefly jailed for contempt. She makes a terrible promise. Someone has to pay.
Whatever Jessica wanted, Jessica was going to get. And if it required murder, that was fine.
My turn to see him, and I'm going to see him.
Alan Bates is a man in trouble.
Don't call here again.
When he divorces his wife, Jessica, he makes a vicious enemy.
It's over a 6-year period of time where in and out of court, he's fighting her for custody, he's fighting her just to see the kids.
Alan makes a fresh start with new wife, Tara.
I definitely feel that Tara was Alan's soulmate. She brought new life back into Alan when she came into his life.
Jessica, I'm sorry, I don't think I...
Jessica has found someone too.
Of course we can do this. I'm not gonna lose my girls, okay? I'm just not.
In Jeff McCord, she once again has a man she can control.
Jeff is the kind of guy who would, if he loved a woman, would believe anything she told him.
Think about it, think about it.
But Jessica isn't getting on with life.
You're not gonna hang. Talk about
She's getting revenge.
it. Do it for me.
Alan was gonna ultimately get those kids away from her, and she could never allow that. She could not allow him to win.
Is this what you want? Huh?
She has a wicked plan.
Jessica goes to her husband, Jeff, and she says, Jeff, you gotta help me do something. The only way we're gonna get rid of him, because he's such a nuisance in our lives, is if you kill him. And Jeff McCord, a cop, He's a cop. His job every day is to save lives, keep justice, and stop violence. Says, well, we gotta come up with a plan.
A few days later, as planned, Alan and Tara arrived to pick up the children
Hey, where are the kids?
Oh, they're inside.
and walk straight into a death trap.
Come on, come on.
Alan knew Jessica's violent history. She tried to stab him with a knife one time. I'm surprised, really surprised, he went into her home. I don't think he would have entered that home had it not been the lure that his children were going to put on a show for him.
Okay, y'all want to come downstairs here? Thought it'd be nice to have a little play in the den.
Jessica invites them into the living room and says, sit down on the couch. The kids are upstairs.
Let the girls know you're here.
Kids weren't even at the house at the time. Another lie.
Okay, they won't be long. You know, the girls have actually been quite sick.
Really?
Yeah, so I don't know if it's a good idea to be going out in this weather.
Look, we gotta get going, so...
And Alan is impatient. We gotta catch a flight, we gotta go. What's all this hospitality all of a
Well,
sudden?
Sam's actually been having trouble with her nap. Ain't she?
So Jeff just walks up, pulls the gun out of his back. She falls to the ground. Alan gets up. And he just fires at Alan 4 times. While Jessica sits and watches this murder unfold in front of her eyes, a murder she planned.
According to Chief Deputy District Attorney Roger Brown, the seeds of her appalling crime were sown years before.
She grew up in a broken home. Her mother and father were divorced, and her father was abusive, physically abusive to her and to her mother. He wound up killing a woman in Tennessee. I don't necessarily believe in the bad seed, but maybe she got it.
With 2 bodies in the trunk, the killers make a late-night dash across the state line into Georgia.
They pull the car into a field. They pour the gasoline around the car. They pour the gasoline on the bodies. They pour the gasoline on the seats of the car. Jeff goes over and he lights a paper towel and he throws it in the car. Nothing happens. What? So then Jessica goes over and takes care of it herself. She lights another paper towel, puts it in there, and it kind of... This car was just engulfed in flames.
Jessica's arrogance will be her undoing.
It is a misconception, as a rule, that you can burn a body by just pouring a little accelerant over it, such as gasoline or diesel fuel, and burning it. Because you see, when we use gasoline or diesel fuel, the temperature gets to 800 or 900 degrees. Temperatures of 1,500 degrees for a period of several hours are required to cremate a body, to reduce it to just ash. And most individuals do not tend to fire for that length of time.
The bodies survived the blaze, along with a bullet and a scrap of paper towel with a distinctive design. Retired Detective Laura Brignac says police find another vital clue.
Fortunately, during the fire, the license plate fell off of the car. And so immediately it was traced back to the Birmingham airport where Tara and Alan had flown into and rented the car.
When investigators find out where Alan and Tara were supposed to be, they close in.
They go to Jessica's house under a search warrant. They find paper towels that match that paper towel. And inside the garage, it came through the wall, they find another bullet that matches ballistically to that bullet find at the Georgia crime scene.
Even under arrest for murder, Jessica McCord is coldly defiant.
She was very cool and collected about it and gave off an impression that I will regain control and I'll win in the end. Jessica McCord is one of the most vicious, cold-hearted criminals that I've ever dealt with.
I prosecuted hundreds of murder cases, some very mean and bad people. Jessica McCord is at the top of the list because she's truly evil.
Jessica and Jeff are found guilty of murder and sentenced to life. For Jessica, there's no chance of parole. She will die in jail.
This is a very sad story because from the moment Alan met Jessica as a teenage boy, it set his life on a path to destruction.
She took something from our family that was very dear to us for really no good reason. I think that what she did to her kids, to take their father away from them in such a manner, was the cruelest thing. They were truly the most innocent victims in the whole thing.
On a lonely highway, a killing spree is over. 11 people are dead, and 2 teenage rebels are under arrest. One of them is a 14-year-old schoolgirl, Carol Fugate.
He kidnapped me. I had nothing to do with killing them people.
Carol Fugate's story consistently has been that she was an unwilling hostage and not an accomplice, and she claims that to this day.
Is she truly an innocent hostage, or was her finger also on the trigger?
There was a term for her: high-tempered and easily angered and violent. I just think that once wasn't enough for her.
Lincoln, Nebraska, 1958. Carol Fugate is a sullen teen.
How you doing? Come on, give me a hug. Ah, that's it. Oh, baby.
People said that she was a little snip and unevenly tempered.
Go and clean your room. I want you to make your bed now, young lady. I won't say it again. Who cares if I make my bed? I do. Now go and clean your room.
She didn't practice much self-control. You know, she did pretty much what she wanted to.
Sister's been a naughty girl.
She didn't like her parents very much, but that's not so unusual for a 14-year-old girl.
What is unusual is her choice of boyfriend. Charlie Starkweather is 19, a loner who worships James Dean.
What he liked about James Dean was his sense of James Dean having a solitary, lonely existence and didn't fit in with the world.
By the time Charlie was in his teen years, he hated society. He has said that he would like to live in a world where only he existed.
It's a dangerous liaison with a deadly secret. Charlie is an unstable killer.
He just had kind of a wild look. Something about his eyes that seemed to frighten people.
He shoots a man in a gas station robbery and gets away with it.
He felt good about killing It made him feel powerful, and his self-esteem went up.
Author William Allen says Charlie and Carol became a frightening combination.
They both felt that they had met somebody who was like themselves. She was a dominant female, very aggressive and hostile. I think when two dominant people bond like that, they become so much bigger and more dangerous than they would be alone.
Carol's family is now in danger. The truth about what happens next depends on who you believe.
Charlie got in an argument with Carol's mother, and she said, "We don't want you to ever come back here anymore." He started arguing with her, and she started slapping him around.
Where is he? Where is he? Where is he? Get out of the way! Get out of my house!
According to Charlie, he kills Carol's stepfather, with Carol happily at his side.
And then shot Carol's mother in the side of the face at point-blank range.
Even Carol's baby sister isn't spared.
Betty Jean, she was 2.5 years old, and Carol hated her, was jealous of her, because she was treated better than Carol had been treated.
Carol Fugate has a different story. She says she came home from school that day to find her family missing.
Charles told her he and his gang, as he described it, had taken her parents and half-sister hostage, and that they were going to, I believe, rob a bank or something, and that her parents would be released after they accomplished this. So that's how he was able to keep her in the house for this approximately about a week.
For the next 6 days, the couple stay holed up in Carol's house. A simple note keeps the world at bay. Charlie Starkweather has created his own paradise.
Charlie is known to have said that the 6 days following the massacre of Carol's family, where he and Carol drank soda pop and threw knives for practice and made love all over the house, were the happiest days of his life. What does that tell you about this man's life?
Fearing the police, Charlie finally takes Carol out of the house, onto the highway, and into a cross-country murder spree.
I think once Charlie started killing, he couldn't stop.
It will make him more famous than his hero, James Dean, and put Carol in the middle of a mystery. Is she a hostage or a killer?
She was willing and able to do anything that Charlie wanted to do. She was even, in some ways, more violent than he was.
In rural Nebraska in the 1950s, it's not unusual to pick up hitchhikers, even when they carry guns.
Hey, I was just wondering if we could get a lift about 5 miles down. We were just doing some hunting about a mile back, and
Charlie Starkweather has just shot the owner of a nearby farm. Victim number 5. Carol Fugate is his hostage. Young sweethearts Bob Jensen and Carol King have made a terrible mistake.
They were the polar opposites. of Charlie Starkweather and Carol Fugate. They were honor students. He played football. They went to church.
Get out of the car! You too, sweetheart! Honey, Tim, you first!
They were the ideal teenager of that period, and they became the victims.
Just get out there! Move it downstairs! Just take the car! Take it!
The fate of Bob Jensen and Carole King still haunts former reporter Del Harding.
I arrived with the law enforcement officials looking down in that storm cellar, and here's this half-naked body of Carole King and the bloody body of Bobby Jensen. I can close my eyes and see that just like it happened yesterday.
Turn around!
Charlie admitted shooting Bobby Jensen 6 times. Just bang, bang, bang.
But with this murder, something came out of Charlie that hadn't been seen before, and that was an aggressive sexual nature.
Charlie took Carole King down into the cellar, and he was down there for 15, 20 minutes, something like that. When he came back up, Carol was furious.
What the hell have you been doing?
Because she thought he was having sex with Carole King.
You raped it, didn't you?
What happens next is still in dispute.
I can tell you no lie.
Charlie Starkweather later swears that Carol goes into the cellar alone.
He heard a gunshot from the cellar. Carol came back and told him that Carole King had tried to run, so she had to shoot her.
When her body is found, it has been horribly mutilated.
Carol Fugate supposedly took a knife and carved the private areas of Carole King.
It was a savage attack on her female anatomy. Usually when we see that, where it is a male and female couple killing people, that's often an indicator that the female partner did that, and she did it out of jealousy.
But is Carol Fugate's hand really on that knife? Is she an accomplice or a terrified hostage?
She stayed in the car. She had no place to go. She was out in the middle of nowhere, middle of winter, and she was just frozen with fear. She thought she was going to be the next victim at any time.
James MacArthur's father, John, was Carol's defense attorney in 1958.
It's always been the belief, both of my father and myself, that Carol has been totally innocent of this. Carol realized very early on, she told me, that there was something mentally wrong with Charles, and she wanted to break up with him, and that, in fact, is what appears to have precipitated the entire tragic events that followed.
It's Carol's rejection that sends an unstable teen over the edge. Dragged along for the bloody ride, she's too terrified to escape.
Carol, 14 years old, she was with a person that she realized was a madman that she had seen was able and willing to kill somebody, literally at the drop of a hat.
It certainly wouldn't be unusual for a person taken hostage by a killer to remain with them because they were afraid they'd be killed. That's totally understandable. I'm not at all sure that's what happened in this case. There are too many discrepancies, and there are too many statements from Carol that are quite simply unbelievable.
It's only when Charlie surrenders to police that she runs to safety.
Kidnap me.
I had nothing to do with killing them people.
By then, there is a trail of 11 dead behind them. Charlie Starkweather pleads guilty and is sentenced to death. He also implicates Carol. Found guilty of first-degree murder, she gets life in prison.
I felt the same way as her jury did. She was a willing accomplice. Her demeanor, her testimony, all of that together, there was no doubt in my mind, and still is no doubt in my mind, that she was a willing accomplice and may have killed several of the people, the victims herself.
Carol was a very frightened person when I first met her, and she obviously felt that she was being wronged, that people didn't understand her. When I talked to her, and I was almost her same age, that seemed to be her strongest thing that she wanted to get across, that this was a terrible wrong that was being done to her.
In 1976, Carol Fugate is released on parole. She still maintains her innocence. It's lunchtime in the seaside city of Edgewater, Florida. Local dentist Norman Larzalier takes a well-earned break. Then lunch is cut short.
He saw the assailant come up the stairs. He took off running.
The midday murder of a dentist in his own office is something that you don't see too often.
Behind this death is the hand of a woman who craves sex, money, and control.
She had a black hole inside her. She was evil, as far as I'm concerned.
As a young girl, Virginia Larzalier dreamed of living the high life. Now, married to wealthy dentist Norman Larzalier, she's made it.
They lived in a large mansion. They were well respected. They spent money. They had nice cars, but there always was an element of somebody trying to work their way up.
But as journalist Robert Nolan discovers, her marriage is a sham.
She didn't like Norman that much. She was just tolerating him for the cars and the mansion and the bank account. I think she wanted more.
Norman Larzalier wasn't really prepared for a woman like Virginia Larzalier and didn't really know who he had married.
While she works in her husband's dental office, Virginia quietly pockets extra cash.
Virginia had a lot of problems, but her biggest problem guided her. And it was greed. What Virginia wanted, Virginia got.
Virginia's spending is only half the problem.
She was very seductive. She appeared to sexually come on to all males. Very sexually manipulative. She evidently wanted to establish some type of sexual control in all relationships with males.
Her desires know no boundaries. Seduction even extends to her own son.
Jason Larzalier seemed to be somebody who could be easily manipulated. And he bragged about having what he called a husband-wife relationship with his mother.
The mother-son sexual relationship is the most taboo of all the incest bonds that can exist. And along with it, we frequently see criminal behavior in which the mother leads the son down the path.
Eventually, Virginia's addiction to excess becomes too much for husband Norman.
I want to know where the hell you have been.
Take your hands off me! Jason is abusing me again!
It appeared towards the end that he was becoming aware of her spending, even though a lot was still secret from him, and that he was probably trying to crack down on it.
That's it. We're done. You're both out of this house.
He may have been planning on divorcing her to escape the mess of life that she was creating.
Good. Because I'm sick of looking at your face!
Norman is playing with fire. Virginia has another secret. She has insured him for millions, and she's ready to cash in.
She was calling up on one of the major insurance policies, making sure that everything was fine,
Tomorrow.
that it would be payable.
Good. Bye.
She knows exactly what to do because she's done it all before.
She's had 4 husbands. Everyone that we've talked to has been shot or almost killed.
This time, there will be no mistakes. The last person you'd expect to see in Virginia Larzalier's bedroom is her husband.
She was always sexually seductive to men, very flattering, and people liked it.
Once she has a man, she likes to use him. And Virginia's husband, Norman, is no longer useful. Alive.
With the insurance policy that Virginia had against Norman, he was worth $2 to $3 million to her dead. And if he was going to divorce her, that would dry up her lifestyle, too.
It's good, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
That was the motive, it was money. And she would try to hire people to kill Norman.
Yeah.
Virginia asks her lovers to do the dirty work.
There's plenty more where that came from if you do that little job for me.
But they won't take the bait.
I can't do that.
So she will find someone who will.
Somebody just doesn't barge into a dentist's office, shotgun the dentist, and then run away. It was an assassination. It wasn't even a robbery.
Virginia is a master manipulator. And today she has the power of life and death.
He saw the assailant come up the stairs carrying a shotgun.
Norman Larzalier's quiet dental office is now a death trap.
He shut the door behind him and leaned up against the door so the gunman would not enter that area.
Dr. Larzalier thinks he recognizes the gunman.
Jason!
and calls out the name of his stepson.
Jason!
He blew a hole through the door. It leaves a massive hole. There's splinters and everything where Norman was up against it, went all into his body. And it blew a good-sized hole through Norman.
As Norman lays on the floor, his dying gasps are his stepson's name.
Virginia Larzalier appeared to be giving him mouth-to-mouth resuscitation to prevent him from saying anything else after saying Jason's name.
But Virginia can't stop everyone from talking.
I need you to wipe the prints off.
Okay.
She tells her staff to help cover up the crime.
They said that Virginia ordered them to encapsulate the shotgun in cement, dump it.
And we had divers, and we ended up finding the guns.
Her personal assistant later testifies against her. And tells one more shocking story.
They overheard her telling Jason she would pay him $200,000 to, quote, take care of business, unquote.
What happened if you don't give me my money?
You get your money.
Did Virginia Larzalier actually make her own son kill her husband? Both are arrested and put on trial for murder.
We believe that Dr. Norman Larzalier had actually recognized Jason Larzalier coming in from the outside.
The gunman had a ski mask and gloves, but the witnesses knew him, and they said, it looks like his body type. They said he moved the same way. And then you had the victim calling out Jason's name.
Jason!
But there is a reasonable doubt over his identity. And the jury finds Jason not guilty. Virginia isn't so lucky. She goes straight to death row. Later, her sentence is commuted to life.
Leopards don't change their spots. Virginia's personality is what it is. If she gets out of prison, she'll look around for a rich guy to marry. And he better sleep with one eye open.